Hi guys, welcome to Creative Chess channel. Today we are going to speak to you about a very interesting topic, which is called chasing the Trumpovsky bishop. I'm speaking about the first moves d4. So if you answer d5, it will certainly be interesting for you. Because more and more people nowadays play against me, for example, bishop g5 variation. And it's very annoying. First of all, it doesn't allow you to play e6 because it will take our queen. You're sitting and thinking what to do. I just searched the chess base, and it turned out that this move is a very popular one because it's played by such people as Firuja, Artemiev, Christian Bauer, Alexander Moskalenko, Andreikin, Pierun, Rapport, and many GMs. So the most popular answer on bishop g5 is knight f6. It's the first line, the main move. Then goes, if you don't want to play this move, you may play h6. It's the second move. And c6 is the third answer, which is the third popular move. But I'm going to show you today the sideline. It's actually the fourth move which is played in this position. In ChessBase you can find about 1000 games, and this move is f6. We're going to surprise our opponent. f6 is played also by quite strong players. For example, it was played by Artemiev, Vyacheslav Artemiev, by Matthias Blubaum, by Rasmus Svein, even by Nakamura himself. So it means that this move is quite a tricky one. So first of all, we are attacking the bishop, and the bishop has to retreat. Usually it retreats either to f4 or to h4. So we're going to speak first about h4. And actually I'm going to show you a very interesting game, which was played, and a very fast game, between Firuja, he was playing white, and Vladislav Artemiev. So let's have a look at it. So here Firuja played this move, and Vladislav played knight at h6. That is what we are going to play in this position. Our idea is to play knight to f5 to attack the bishop, and then if the bishop retreats to g3, not to take it with the knight, but to play h5 and h4 and to catch it. So that is our main idea. So usually white has lots of moves, but the main line e3 here, and our idea a knight to h5. So the most natural move, it seems to us, it's bishop to g3. We are going to have a look at this move a bit later, but now I quickly want to show you the game between Firuja and Artemiev, because in 10 moves Artemiev had a winning position, and in 15 moves Firuja resigned. So the game proceeded like that. So Firuja played bishop to d3. And don't be in a hurry, guys, to take this bishop. Actually, you can do it. It's not a bad move. But in this case, you see, he's going to take back your knight. For example, you play g6. Queen goes to h4. Anyway, position is good. It's equal. Maybe black is even a bit better. But if you like this position, you may go for this one. But in the game, there was another continuation. So again, bishop d3, and instead of taking this bishop, Artemiev just played h5 move. Firuja played knight f3, Artemiev went g5, and it turned out that the bishop is already trapped. So if he retreats here, just h4, and the bishop has no squares to go. That's why Alireza took here, and very good move from Artemiev. It's the move e5. Actually, here already it's +4 in black's favor. So actually white's position is lost. I don't know why Alireza played like that. Probably he didn't expect this f6 move, but it sounds a bit strange. Okay, the game proceeded some more moves, so we're not going to show, to have a look all 15 moves, just what happened. And actually here already +6 in black favor, attacking everywhere, and soon in 5 moves Alireza resigned. So if your opponent goes bishop d3 here, don't worry, don't be too happy, and don't take this bishop. Yes, and to mention is that if you want to go here, of course it's not saving your knight, because he can just take and you can't take because the rook is hanging. So that's why if your opponent goes bishop to d3, you just can play h5 like Artemiev did in the game. So it's one of the possible variations. There was also another game which I want to show you, and you can see it actually also in ChessBase. That's your opponent can just, when you play knight to f5, can play bishop to g3. Actually, it's happened in the game between, maybe I'm mistaken, just reading the surnames, Linge and Turichnik in 2018. Both guys were 2400, so quite experienced players. And how the game proceeded, I'll show you. So h5 was played. See, we are aiming for this move for h4. Bishop e2. It's the main line. I think a lot of people would go like that with you, because we are threatening these checks. But don't worry, everything is under control. Black is better here. Your king won't be checkmated if you play correctly. So what happened in the game is black played, and you see already that this guy doesn't have any good squares. If this move we have g5, so actually the bishop is trapped. But white's idea is that they're disturbing our king, and the king has to go to the center. But believe me, here everything is normal, especially that we are trapping the bishop. Okay, so in the game followed e4. So the idea probably to open the back, to retreat for the bishop. So de and d5 was played in this game. So why is that? So the idea is that if black takes the bishop, and it wasn't played, then we just play bishop to g4, which is quite unpleasant. We are taking the knight. You can't play e6 now because it will just take. That's why, for example, if black plays something like that, we may come back. And if you don't want a draw, you may play something like c6, bishop f5, king here, and better say if he takes here, we can play e6. e6 is a good move anyway. Black is better here, and actually that what might have happened if in the situation after d5 black would just take the bishop. But in the game followed e6, d, check, retreat. White retreated with the bishop, and soon it became obvious that black's position is much better. Actually, we may take the pawn, we may attack, but in the game, so we're just squeezing a bit our opponent. And you see in several moves, it became clear that black position is much better. Here's +2 in black's favor. Yes, the king is standing in the center, but you see black's position is more powerful, and actually there is no threats for black king. The game proceeded. King goes to e6, king is in the center, but again, black's position is much better, and That's why computer is also very optimistic, showing +3 almost. And after several more moves which were played in the game, have a look how the king is hiding. Black just took, and you'll be surprised, but after this move, rook h to 8, white just preferred to resign. I would definitely play a little bit for white, but actually it's +3 again in black's favor. Probably white didn't find any good ways to play. Okay, so let's return. Let's return to the first moves. So let's repeat again. After, if your opponent goes bishop g5, preventing you from normal development, you're not in panic. We just play f6, and if your opponent goes to h4, all you need to remember is that you need to play here, and yes, you want to catch the bishop. If, for example, you play here, let us say we play there, here, here. If your opponent plays something like h3, without any doubts, we take here and make these pawns not very nice. So that's our main idea also here, and that's why usually white don't play this. Okay, guys, h4, h5, yes, what we want here. And if bishop goes here, don't worry, our main idea is to capture. We're not afraid of this, we stay in the center, our position is strong enough, and we're holding here, everything is normal. So a computer shows about +1.5 in black's favor. So everything is checked, you may surely play this. But there is also another retreat of bishop, which is even more popular. It's bishop to f4. And in this case, we're going to play knight to c6. Our idea is to play e5. So now we're already ready. If our opponent plays something like that, we can play e5 already, and everything would be normal. We already have very nice development. Have a look here. Okay, it's a dream position for black. So that's why white is trying to prevent this. I'm playing knight to f3. And here we play another move, bishop to g4. Maybe we're going to take the knight and again play e5. So the main move here is knight to b to d2. So if we take, white wants to take with the knight and protecting again this e5, the pawn, everything. And here for black, you should remember one tricky idea, which is can be seen in a lot of openings. Actually, now we start following one of the games, which was played in 2000 between again two 2400 player, Galias and Kalai, where black played knight to d4. That's a tricky idea. Black is winning a pawn. And you see we play e5. What to do for white? Actually, that's a question. We may have a look. For example, if bishop retreats to g3, we can just take the guy, and our position, we're a pawn up. If, for example, this is attacked, we can, so let us say like that, we can even protect and have a look. Of course, we are pawn up, we have the center, very good position. If not, if to retreat with the bishop on e3, let us say, then we can take and play c5. And again, you see we are attacking, black is much better. Bishop e3. We may not be in a hurry, just play just normal developing moves. Already black is in chocolate, let's say. So that's why in the game after e5 they followed the only move the only good move for white in this position. So if your opponent doesn't play this move, it means that he's wrong. Actually, something goes wrong. So h3 is a good move, and actually it was played in the game. So the idea is they're chasing the bishop. If the bishop retreats from this diagonal, from this diagonal, it means that the knight can go to e6. But actually, this is the best move anyway for white, for black, sorry. And so what happened in the game? Let's have a look. White played knight e6, no problems. Take, we are taking the bishop and asking this guy where he wants to go. And the game followed this tricky move. So actually we can take the knight, but the idea is that in this case we're going to save our knight. Yes, so that's why actually black decided not to take. They retreated, attacking. White played this move, bishop b6, and knight goes to b3, and now bishop f7. Again, so though now you see white is a piece up, but this guy doesn't have any squares to retreat. That's why they prefer just to take it for to give it for a pawn. And after queen d3, you see it's a slight attack of the rook. Rook h5, protecting the pawn, but it's already protected, but maybe it will come somewhere in the game. And a very good move, I like this a5 moves, because if they castle, for example, in the game actually just played rook b1, quite a shy move, but actually if they castled, for example, anyway, I think they were just afraid of this a3, and already you see a lot of weak black squares. That's why I think they decided not to castle and just play rook to b1. And in the game followed a4, take, g5, and here it turned out that white pieces are standing here, +4 in black's favor. The pawn is weak, and that's why black decided now to attack the pawn on h3, and if the pawn is taken, the king would be under the threat. And you see the king goes here, and after some more moves like f4, knight f5, even we are taking the queen, goes here, and g4 is a good move. And after e4, actually take here, white just resigned, but let's have a look why. For example, take, and here let us say bishop e4, but after here even knight to g3 is possible. Yes, so we're just winning. It's again +5 in black's favor, so that's why black resigned, white resigned here. I would say something like that would have been possible, and black is just losing the rook and losing the game. So guys, I hope now you have a nice understanding of what you should do. Let's have a look again. So bishop g5, we don't panic, we play f6 and wait. Actually, the idea of 6, sooner or later play 5 in case we have the opportunity. So if the bishop retreats here, you remember our idea to play something like that. Yes, it's our dream to play h4. If he goes this way, okay, so queen is safe here. Don't be afraid. Just become quiet, understand that you are winning the bishop here, and yes, for a bishop you have not a very nice king, but actually all his pieces are standing here and there is nobody to attack you. That's why don't worry. And the second line, the second variation, if he retreats to f4, we're playing knight to c6, the idea of playing e5, Usually he prevents us, but we play bishop to g4, again trying to eliminate the knight, and if he goes here, let's take and wait for his moves. Actually, when you start playing these variations, first maybe you forget something, or you make some problems, or maybe you're facing the moves which I didn't show you because it's impossible to show all the variations. But then you can turn on the computer, analyze your games, what you did wrong. But actually, I hope you understood. You have a notion as what to do if your opponents play bishop to g5. Okay, guys, I hope you like the video, and please subscribe to my chess channel. See you in my new videos, and bye bye.